If you guys follow my channel a little bit, you guys know I am not against crypto at any stretch of the means. In fact, I'm pretty pro crypto, but man, has there been a lot of controversies surrounding crypto right now because Argentina's meme coin disaster is worse than you think. And I swear, CoffeeZilla starts making videos about your meme coin, you know things are not looking good.
Argentina launched a meme coin through their president Javier Milei, or at least that's what people thought. Now there are currently accusations of scams, insider trading, and the president of Argentina may be charged with fraud and faces possible impeachment.
Ooh, that's not good.
I'm here to break down what happened because I got insider access to the real story.
This is actually insane because I was actually a pretty pro Javier guy, and I need to know more about this situation because I know he went in to Argentina and is trying to turn that whole country around, and presumably he's doing a very good job. This just seems like a stain on that record.
Even got offered control of the missing $100 million+ that was made in ill-gotten gains. Welcome back to the $10 million studio. Our story starts on February 14th, 2025. Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, tweeted about a meme coin called Libra. The details at first were sparse. Quote, liberal Argentina grows. This private project will focus on encouraging growth of the Argentine economy, funding small businesses and Argentine adventures. The world wants to invest in Argentina. And it linked to a website which called it a token with purpose, where
Liberate Argentina.
50% of the tokens were allocated to Argentina growth. And I'll admit, it sounds nice. However, as the price skyrocketed.
This is the issue, is like for crypto, like the concept sounds so good. Like being able to use the fees and the transaction to fund like Argentinian projects and infrastructure and education, the healthcare system and all of that. In theory, seems like such a good idea. Like such a layup, an easy win for society. But we still have humans who are monkeys at the end of the day, who are just super freaking greedy.
To billions of dollars in market cap, people got worried because there appeared to be insider trading. And that's when Javier Milei suddenly deleted his tweet, saying he, quote, obviously has no connection with the project, and, quote, I was not aware of the details of the project. Understandably, the price crashed after this, but in the rubble, people discovered that the team responsible for launching the token may have walked away with over $100 million being taken out of the liquidity pool, meaning they may have gotten rich while everyone else got rugged. It was about this time I began to investigate, and I got an anonymous phone call from someone who claimed to know where this all started, Tech Forum Argentina, which was an event where you could pay as a blockchain company to be a sponsor. According to a source who was there and paid for it, part of it included a meet and greet with Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. This person was excited, but disappointed to find out that once they got there, they were invited to sign an even more expensive contract where two of the guys who ran the event, Mauricio Novelli and Manuel Godoy, were going to basically advise you on how to have blockchain technology in Argentina. Basically, they got you access to Milei. The person I spoke to did not pay for it. Someone who did was Kip Protocol. And the strategic partner of Tech Forum in 2025 is Kelsier. Both of those companies are going to be extremely important. And the people who run them are called Julian Pei and Hayden Davis.
I actually have heard a little bit about Hayden Day, and I need to see Yeah, I'm not
Pretty soon, a plan was hatched between.
There might be a chance that he unalived himself from this, not this video, but this case.
Mauricio Manuel from Tech Forum Argentina and Julian and Hayden to launch a project together. It was going to be called Libra and support the Argentinian economy. And President Milei agreed to tweet about it. The division of labor was basically that Mauricio and Manuel were the connection, it seems, Hayden was handling the launch of the token, and Julian was going to set up a company to distribute the funds to Argentinian businesses. Of course, they never got that far because 24 hours after the launch of this coin, the president of Argentina was being called a scammer, and I got a message on my phone that I didn't expect. Hi, CoffeeZilla. I'd like to talk with you about the Milei launch. I was heavily responsible for it. The initials of the person were HD. I'm guessing Hayden Davis, but I couldn't be sure. So I asked for a selfie to confirm his identity, and I did cross-reference it with his photo with Milei, where Milei said he was a crypto advisor. It was indeed the same person who launched the coin. Hayden explained that he'd like to execute a plan and needed my help. He said Milei and his team basically botched it, and quote, I'd like to sit down and make sure all the money that they took out gets...
Just so I could show you guys what I'm seeing over here. I asked if he unalived himself, and it's saying that you're asking likely of Hayden Davis to figure tied to the Libra cryptocurrencies. Given the context of your earlier question, as of right now, there is no solid evidence, but rumors are swirling, especially on X, while posts yesterday and today claim that he died by unaliving himself. This is what I saw. The wild details are likely him shooting himself in the chest in the Bahamas and the temple of Google Psychedelia. Oh man, that's now we're getting to conspiracy land.
It's back into people's hands correctly, every dollar. Let me know if you'd like to interview and discuss in person. Now, I was confused why he needed me in person exactly, and he explained, I'm happy to go live on an interview pending we chat beforehand. I'll even show you all the wallets pumped back into the chart live if you want. He had over $100 million in what he called multi-sigs, which require 2 or more people to sign on every transaction. I asked, well, who else is a signer? And he replied, quote, just me. He said, I want to do it alongside you. All I care about is knowing it's in safe hands. I don't mind turning the keys over or adding you to the multi-sigs. Translation, he wants to hand over his $100 million problem into my control. And I was thinking,
he wants to put it, yeah, he's like, hey, attach your name to this so it seems a lot less, or seems a lot more credible.
Myself, of course, hell no. You're not going to pass me your nightmare.
Yeah.
Of course, I did say that we should talk because I had seen his recent public response and it didn't really go so well. In it, Hayden put forth his plan, where instead of trying to refund people with the $100 million he had a different idea.
What happened with Libra, I think there's many things I could say. There's only certain elements that I could control the launch. Definitely things didn't go according to plan, but I think addressing the elephant in the room, which is in the next 24, 48 hours, and unless somebody has a better idea, any funds that I've been able to get back in my possession from all the parties involved, I intend to put right back into the chart and either burn or lock on the liquidity side.
Right. He wants to put the money back into Libra, but this kind of creates the same problems where it's like, okay, well, this just benefits insiders and people who have tons of the token. Yeah. But after watching this, I was also concerned with a different problem. See, myself and the research firm Bubble Maps had been doing a lot of work tracking Memecoin for a while. Yes, the US president's wife. She had launched a coin, and we were concerned that the same wallet...
Supposedly, it's under her name, but that doesn't mean that she and her team actually did it. I'm assuming that CoffeeZilla is adamant about it. It's probably some truth, but...
which launched that, seemed to have also launched Libra. Even worse, they had both been sniped by the same person who created the tokens, or the same network of wallets. Now, if you don't know what sniping is, it's where you buy a coin earlier than anyone else at cheaper prices. Usually, you know something in advance. And not only did these connected wallets buy Melania and Libra coins early, they also sold those coins early for millions in profits. So now, not only was I being offered control of $100+ million from the guy who launched Argentina's coin, apparently he also launched Melania Trump's coin, possibly sniped those coins, and also sold them for millions of dollars. But, you know, I realized it's not enough to just have blockchain evidence. There's only one way to really know for sure. I'd have to confront Hayden directly. But given his massive legal issues that may be on the horizon, I figured there's no way he would take a call with me, though. Right? But if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons.
Yep. I would.
Damn. Wow. Okay. Why?
That's wrong.
Let's hear more about this.
He did agree to get on a call for an hour where he admitted to sniping Libra token and Melania token, later saying, though, it wasn't him directly. It may have been someone else on his team.
Most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in.
They know it's like a dungeon break, right? It's like solo leveling. They're like guilds. They're like, look, we know that there's some good loot over there. We got to make sure we can maximize our gains because we know other people are going to try to maximize theirs.
Right. So whether that's, and by the way, I don't conduct snipes.
However,
I just call out for the order. I have my little minions conduct the snipes themselves.
I then got an interview with another insider in these coins who says that Hayden does snipe tokens personally. How does he know? Well, he claims he's seen it before. He was in the room with Hayden when it happened on another project called Enron Token, which you might not be surprised to realize I've also covered in another video.
Just introduce yourself real quick for everyone who doesn't know you. I'm the founder of DeFi Tuna. We're just providing leverage.
What are all? It's like all these young white kids, bald heads, who are like super scientists, who are like creating these exchanges. Like, what the hell?
For liquidity providers. That's pretty much us. So I was part of the Enron project launch. I come in, there's this hookah bar where everyone's smoking hookah. And I see on the far end, there's a bodyguard and their whole family sitting down, Gideon, Hayden, across is Dr. Tom, daughters and his sons. And they're all about to launch Enron. They have like 10 minutes before the launch, they all have snipers ready with a contract address on the snipers. Sniper bots. They're like all waiting. They're all, smoke coming out of their ears. They're all smoking like crazy on caffeine. The token launches and everyone's pressing. And the wonderful thing was this, I'm looking at it and they're like, oh, somebody got just before us. And, and everyone's just arguing between each other, but, they all still got earlier and they're still in a plus, and they're like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's like a junkie house.
This interview was crazy. And remember, the guy we're talking about, this junkie house, is also the person who launched the president's wife's Memecoin and then the Argentina's president's Memecoin. It's insane. In the case of the Melania coin specifically, side note,
how does this kid have access to this level of clientele? I mean, to me, that's the most surprising thing out of this. How does he have access to not only Melania's team or Trump's team, presumably, but the president of Argentina's team too? Like,
the co-founder of our whistleblower actually says he was ordered to sell these coins, but do it in such a way where it's not illegal because no one will know.
And they were saying everything's legal, everything is good as long as nothing can be tracked. That was
everything's good so long that it can't be tracked.
Yes.
Is one of the best liquidity providers that I know. I've seen or heard of. He understands at very deep level. He's done an excellent job, but one thing that they kept against him is the fact that he didn't sell on the top and he cost them millions of dollars. Up until even some recent discussions, like I have proof that they just keep bringing the subject up. Yeah, great, but he didn't sell. Melania cost us millions.
Yeah. At the top. That's right. Wow. Supposedly, this guy got berated for, costing the millions of dollars by not selling at the tippity top. So, I did ask Hayden about...
So these are basically just the absolute crypto degenerates who are just making fun of other degens for not being as degenerate as them. Insane.
Profiting from Melania token. And here's where we had a bit of a confusion on what exactly we meant by, did you swap it? Did you sell it? I didn't swap it. I just sold it.
There was no money made from the Melania team on we didn't take any liquidity out. Zero.
You said y'all didn't sell any liquidity, but
didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap liquidity. Didn't swap into single-sided. I didn't say there was no money sold. There's a difference between swapping the liquidity and selling liquidity.
There's a difference between transferring your funds and allocating it to another coin, and there's a difference of just taking it out the fucking cheddar, baby.
Those are two different things.
Those are indeed two very different things.
Okay, so y'all swapped. You didn't sell, or the other way around?
No, other way around.
You sold.
Other way around.
Sold, you didn't swap.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Just degenerates, man. These are the crypto degens on the internet.
Well, there you have it. Two independent pieces of evidence from people who were on the inside of the Melania token, saying that Hayden and his team sniped tokens and wanted to dump for high profits secretly, while Hayden himself does admit that they, sold. They just didn't swap. Of course, I also obtained insider texts from Hayden Davis and his team on another project, this one called Mates, where an insider asks the following. Quote, you want continue pump or you want to distribute all Mates tokens ASAP, aka sell? Hayden replies, we are trying to max extract on this one. That max extraction supposedly led to 7,000 Solana, or roughly $1.3 million. And I do personally believe a lot of this is probably illegal.
Wow.
Whether it will be prosecuted, though, by our gutted regulators is another matter entirely. Right now, we seem to be in a race in America to deregulate cryptocurrency, meaning behavior like this is unlikely to ever be punished. For now, I just want to show people that these meme coins are deeply rigged financial vehicles for screwing regular people and transferring wealth to the top, to the
It just seems like this is where I disagree with CoffeeZilla a little bit. I mean, he's not wrong in any stretch of the means, but to me, this is just I see meme coins as almost like gambling or like putting your money into like a lottery card. And is more oftentimes 90% of the time you're not gonna get a return on investment. You're just hoping for the 2% chance that you make it freaking big.
The insiders, and people like Hayden, they're everywhere in this.
I think the government should have regulations to try to mitigate this and stop this? I do.
Industry. I should also
I just don't
mention,
know
while
how.
I'm on the subject, by the way, that it's not always the people themselves, it's also the platforms.
Like casinos don't have full run, and like the sports betting apps don't have full run or full access, but like they're governed and managed. I think crypto should kind of go into that same wheelhouse with that kind of governance and management. And even with that, I really kind of speak it out of both sides of my mouth because I don't want it to be overly regulated, but it does need some borders and some rules to keep it contained.
That sometimes are part of this. Platforms that launch meme coins obviously benefit from trading volume instead of price, meaning even if you lose, they make tons of money.
Yeah, they're making money
and
going
it's been a
all the
suspicion
transactions.
of a lot of people that some of them may play a role in some of these insider launches. Today, though, we got a little bit of evidence. In my investigations, one platform kept coming up, Meteora. They launched Trump Coin, Melania Coin, Libra, and many others on their platform. And they were crucial to giving Hayden Davis tons of business through his company, Kelsier. Meteora's CEO, Ben Chow, describes it as, "I do know the Kelsier team well." Now, they were confronted about the fact that Kelsier and Hayden were sniping their own tokens, and Ben said, well, he had no idea. He's shocked by it. This clip is a little long, but it's worth it.
Kelsier is very much affiliated with M3 and with everything. You know, it's very close. To be there and just see how. Sorry, but like they make,
actually no. Please tell me because actually I don't know this.
like I'm sitting down and I'm seeing, and everyone's got their phone. Everyone knows the contract address. Like Gideon, Hayden, Dr. Tom. Everyone's sitting at the table, and they're all with their phones. They all have snipe bots ready. They all have all the CA.
They're all sniping it. It's them sniping.
But Ben, it's not only that. There is even. I'm 100% sure that it's also.
This is crazy that there's sniping bots. There's like a whole sophisticated layer to this. I am totally unaware of. No wonder I haven't made crazy money off of crypto.
Jake
I need some sniping bots.
involved. Everyone's involved. I'm sure the influencers involved. Look,
Me. Oh my god.
and like there are people that bypass them, like do it faster than them, and it's like, look, the whole thing just looks rotten to the very core.
Yeah, I really don't know if this guy is genuinely reacting or this is like some kind of Oscar award-winning performance. Like, what? No way. I had no idea.
Thank God my name wasn't brought up.
The people I've been handing business to have been sniping our own tokens. No idea. Meanwhile, I asked Hayden directly if Ben Chow would have known these snipes were happening. He responded, quote, "I would say he wouldn't have been surprised, but he wouldn't have been involved." Now, that's interesting, and if it's true, it would mean that Ben's shocked reaction to this project sniping itself would be a little hard to believe.
At the end of the day, though, he's a exchange, and he's making a lot of money off of these transactional fees, so he's probably not terribly upset that he's making a lot of money off of it. And at the end of the day, he's like, yo, this guy keeps funneling business and we keep making money. It seems like a mutually beneficial thing.
Meanwhile, by the way, Hayden Davis also doesn't really take credit for some of this. He implies that the Melania team itself was part of the reason they decided to snipe the coin. Were you part of the Melania launch, and was that sniped as well?
I mean, look, I think that I told you like beforehand before this started. I mean, I'm happy to share the truth, but I mean, you're
I'm happy to share the truth, but it's never the words after this are never really fully truthful, are they?
you're asking a question that's it's just, I mean, I'll answer, but it's factually going to put me into a lot of danger, which is fine. I'll answer. I was part of it. I think the team did want to snipe it because of how big the snipe was on Trump's.
Wow. They saw the money that they made off the Trump coin, and they're like, "Yo, we need that bread too."
So let me get this straight. Bin Chow
God, human greed is just such a it's a sin that just remains with us. I don't want to say a sin, but it is just that emotion, that desire just stays in the human form. I don't know why.
has no idea. It wasn't Hayden's
I mean, I
idea.
do know why.
Can the real sniper please stand up? All of these people just deny. Either way, though, Bin Chow agreed that the Libra situation in particular was so bad that he would have to step down from the company, regardless of whether he knew, because he called it SBF level, as in Sam
Wow.
Bankman-Fried and FTX.
This is like 200. This is FTX type of.
Fucking hell, man. I feel sick. I feel so sick, man.
Yeah, right. That doesn't sound very convincing, but you're gonna have to step down, brother.
Holy shit. I feel really, really sick. Oh my god.
This is like Doc One or what's his name type of money. I mean,
This is SBF level, man. I feel so sick. Because I gave him Melania. I didn't know he was a rugger. I feel so sick.
Well, if you saw what happened with Melania and then you saw it with Libra, like, wasn't there a slight fear or indication that he may rug again?
I feel like I'm super exposed too.
Yeah.
I was f***ed up because I enabled a guy I should not have enabled.
That sounds real.
I'm gonna have to step down.
You know, I do have to agree with Bin Chow here. This is starting to make me feel sick too. Not because my platform enabled millions of dollars to be, quote, max extracted from retail, but because most people buying these coins have no idea how corrupt these launches are. With manipulative market making, sniping insiders selling, the deck is just totally stacked against you as a regular person. But don't take my word for it. Hayden, the guy we've been talking to, who literally runs these things, agrees.
It is an insider's game. This is an unregulated casino. Like, if you're
Room, I am glad he said it. It's an unregulated casino, and right now meme coins need to be treated more like gambling or sports betting.
a retail trader thinking you're gonna go make millions off of meme coins, you better study your off.
Well, honestly, I do appreciate his honesty. It's an insider's game, and as the saying goes, it's a big club, and you're not in it. Speaking of that, by the way,
Damn.
there was one person so far who has been refunded their losses in this whole debacle. Dave Portnoy. Dave was...
I feel bad for that guy. I feel bad for Dave because he's trying to do something good. He's been like not in the crypto world, and then he's been very much in it, very public, very open about what he's investing and whatnot. And his name has just been thrown through the ringer to this. It's so unfortunate.
Gonna do an insider deal with Libra token for free tokens where he tweeted about the coin. That deal was canceled though because Hayden told him basically not to tell anyone about the free coins, and Dave disagreed with that. But Dave did put $5 million of his own dollars in the coin in the hopes of obviously making money like everyone else. But when the coin crashed, he lost almost everything. Behind the scenes though, Dave got bailed out. Hayden Davis gave him his money back, which Dave has admitted publicly. So I guess, you know, for the big traders who are celebrities, they get their money back, roughly $5 million back because...
But the average day person who put 100, 200, 300, 1,000 into it, ain't no way you getting your dollars back.
I guess they're real victims, but refunding everyone who lost money, that's an insane idea.
Whether I refund people, they're still gonna be pissed, right? Refund people on a meme coin, which sounds insane. Or I inject back. People are gonna be mad either way.
Instead, the current plan is to once again dump the money back in the chart, which will disproportionately benefit insiders who know the timing. And what about Javier Milei? can't forget about him. The president of Argentina is currently facing charges of fraud from the opposition party and threats of impeachment. Today, Milei finally addressed the Libra token and said the following.
Falso. Yo difundí.
I broadcasted it, I didn't recommend it, I didn't promote it. The reality is, if you go to the casino and lose money, what is the claim? It is about 5,000 people. And surely the chance that they are Argentinians is very remote.
Argentinos es muy, muy remota.
Well, there you go. Pretty much your standard denial.
Damn.
I didn't do it, and if I did, they deserved it. And if they didn't deserve it, well, they weren't Argentinian anyways.
Solid defense.
One thing I will be clear about, though, is that all of the insiders I've spoken to so far claim that Milei himself made no money from this project. It was these other people who had access that were...
Yeah, they just saw his wallet and they're like, yo, we want a president of a country's wallet. Let's get them to put some money into it and let's pull the shit out of that.
Selling access to him. Whether you believe that is another matter entirely. But what is abundantly clear is that this was a massive failure for Argentina as a whole.
Yeah.
It's an embarrassing situation where Milei allowed a 26-year-old to collect $100 million off his name purporting to be for small businesses. And
Yikes.
that same person...
That doesn't bode very well with, what is it, community confidence for your next election?
sniped the coin as well, Melania's coin, Enron, and many others. Or his team did, or a team told him to. It's so far unclear, but the sniping itself is uncontested, as testified by Hayden Davis himself and an insider who was in the room. In the aftermath, there are possible impeachments, people possibly stepping down from their company, and millions of dollars in damages. And that is the story of the Argentinian Memecoin disaster.
Ben Chao has since resigned from Metaphora. His co-founder announced that Ben had a lack of judgment. I mean, this whole cryptocurrency rat race right now is very interesting to see. It sucks to see because I'm pretty pro crypto and I hate seeing stories like this because I believe in the technology and eventually it's going to get used for like better purposes than this. But right now these crypto degens are just running it through the mud right now. It's insane. It's insane. But if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, you like the way the words are flowing out my mouth, please like the video, share, subscribe. I challenge you guys. Make somebody laugh today because there's enough chaos, there's enough hate, there's enough things to make you want to pull your hair out. So make somebody laugh and spread a little bit of love. You never know what it could do for somebody. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.